While not the best shonen manga around, slash shonen anime, Buso Renkin was still created by the same person who created Rurouni Kenshin, Nobuhiro Watsuki. And while he has come into some controversies in the last few years, his talent is still evident as what is still kind of a standard shonen series is still a good shonen series, and by far not the worst I've ever seen. Taking place in a world where alchemy takes the form of these disc-like objects called kakugan. And these kakugan, used by individual people, are able to unlock various different forms of weapons. But in a world of alchemy, there naturally exists artificial beings called homunculi, being led by a professor named Dr. Butterfly. They're striving to basically take over the entirety of the world, and thus opposing them is the group of alchemic warriors who have created an organization to destroy all homunculus. One such alchemic warrior is Tokiko, a young girl whose class was pretty much decimated by a homunculus, leaving her with a scar that she could have gotten rid of, but serves as a constant reminder of what she lost and the mission that she's on. During one such mission, she ends up in a situation where she is saved by a young boy, Kazuki Muto, but unfortunately, Kazuki is killed in the process, with his heart destroyed. In order to save him, Tokiko does a risky maneuver and replaces his heart with a spare Kakugan that she had, and thus Kazuki has no choice but to be embroiled in the fight between alchemic warriors and homunculi. With his new weapon, the Sunlight Heart, a spear lance that is literally his heart, he fights in order to protect his sister and the rest of his class as well as the world. Again, a pretty decent setup for battles, shonen action, having the character's main weapon be his heart, and Kazuko is a really fun character. He has all the typical shonen traits, nothing too overly intricate about his personality. Honestly, the character who really shines for me is Tokiko because of her more serious nature. It feels very reminiscent almost to like Bleach and all that. A young girl from an organization ends up accidentally thrusting a boy into this whole world of monsters and superhumans and all that good stuff. It is a solid premise, and it didn't overstay its welcome. It only lasted about 3 years, 10 volumes, got a anime series that lasted a standard 26 episodes. It was definitely a fun series, especially with the likes of Papillon, a young boy who had very monstrous tendencies, who became a homunculus later down the line after being killed by Kazuki in a battle, and thus once he's resurrected as a homunculus, he seeks to fight against Kazuki. He's very much like a Hisoka-like character if you've ever seen Hunter x Hunter, and that's honestly the only way to describe him. He and Hisoka just have so many similarities. It is honestly kind of surreal. And at the heart of all this conflict is the Powered family. With a lot of the Kakugan being made, you have specific Kakugan, Black Kakugan, who were an attempt to create the Philosopher's Stone. Of course, it's alchemy and all that good stuff. One such person was Alexandria, who had been injured way back when, and in order to revive her husband, Alexandria had taken one of 3 black Kakugan and implanted it in her husband. Unfortunately, that sent her husband into a rage, and he ended up harming his wife. His daughter became orphaned, and he became a weapon for the homunculus army. And this was actually centuries ago. He's had a very long-lived life, being pursued by his daughter, Victoria. So he becomes the guy to beat over the course of the series. But as Kazuki continues to fight against Victor and try to take him down, the more you start to realize the similarities between Kazuki and Victor. Again, not a bad series, fairly decent, a good watch overall, or a read if you want to read the manga. The only downside came, for me at least, with the fact that the end of the series felt a little bit rushed. Things are resolved in a very basic kind of way, but it's a good series overall, nice characters, and decent enough action. It draws you in well enough. It's just, in this day and age of anime being out there left and right, and the standards that a lot of people hold anime to, it's easy to see why this got lost in the shuffle the more time went on. But if you're interested in a series that just manages to hold your attention from start to finish, you could do worse than a series like Buso Renkin. But don't just take it from me. If you've watched this series, let me know in the comment section below. What was your favorite moment? Who was your favorite character? And what Kakugan would you love to have? I would definitely love to hear from you. But if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.